Hello friends, I'm Tom Downey from Chat Sports, and believe it or not, the NFL Draft is just a month away, so I have my latest first round mock draft, plus one pick for each of the teams that aren't drafting in the first round. Now this is Volume 8, let's take a look at, again, the rules for my mock draft. No trades. I'm trying to keep the quarterbacks higher than we did in the most recent one. That does mean that other players fall, and apologies in advance if you don't like the pick I made for your team. Too bad. I don't know what else to tell you there. If you don't really hate your pick, let me know on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney. But we'll get to number one here, the Arizona Cardinals. I've got them taking Nick Bosa with the number one pick. Now, I know there's plenty of Kyler Murray buzz. I think it'd be pretty dumb of the Cardinals to trade up for a top 10 quarterback, fire your head coach, hire a new one, and draft a new quarterback in the span of a year. But if a trade does happen for Kyler Murray, or trade happens for Josh Rosen to take Kyler Murray, it's probably going to happen soon before OTA start on April 1st for the Cardinals. Now again, I'll remind you all, let me know what my punishment should be if Kyler Murray does go number one overall to the Arizona Cardinals. We'll have some fun with this stuff, right? If I look like an idiot, we might as well make me look like an idiot on air. So give me your suggestions for punishments. Keep it within reason. Some of you guys got a little dark last time, and I don't want to take it too far to the extreme. But back to Nick Bosa, the player. Look, he's a fantastic fit for the Cardinals. They need more edge rush help. Nick Bosa comes in and instantly becomes that go-to number one guy alongside Chandler Jones, who's also a number one. That puts you in really, really good shape for the Cardinals. Quinnen Williams makes more sense than Kyler Murray as well. Now, 49er fans, I know you're upset. I know you guys want Nick Bosa, but I'm still going to give you guys an edge rusher here at Josh Allen, number two. By the way, I did at least think about DK Metcalf, though I don't think he quite goes that early. But Allen was much, much better this year. Classic case of a guy that went back to school and really boosted his stock. He, D Ford, Solomon Thomas, DeForest Buckner on pass rushing downs with Buckner and Thomas on the inside. Ooh, that's a really good 1-2 punch for the 49ers. So I like Quinnen more as a prospect, not by that much, but Quinnen is my number one overall guy after all. But positional need makes a lot more sense here for San Francisco to take Josh Allen at number two overall instead. We'll move to number three, Quinnen Williams and the New York Jets. I could see a scenario where Quinnen slides like maybe number five, kind of like, by the way, Leonard Williams did a couple years ago with the Jets as well. But Quinnen is worthy of being the number one overall pick. Yes, the Jets have bigger needs, but the value makes a lot of sense here. You can play him with or trade away the previously mentioned Leonard Williams. Either way, he's a perfect fit for the Jets. He comes in as an instant starter. I know the position of as the same as a true edge rusher, but if Josh Allen and Nick Bosa are off the board, would the Jets reach for someone like Montez Sweat? I don't know if they would. In an ideal scenario, though, Josh Allen falls to number three to the Jets. Let's get weird with it. Number four overall, Kyler Murray and the Oakland Raiders. I can hear Mitchell Renz having an aneurysm by me right now, but I like the idea of this. And let's make note, the Raiders have shown interest. They've shown interest in Kyler Murray, in Dwayne Haskins, so maybe it's a bit of a surprise here, but wouldn't it be, John Gruden? I know you can say, oh, well, the Raiders already guaranteed Derek Carr's salary. They gave Jordy Nelson they guaranteed his deal and then cut him anyway. I think it could make some sense though for Kyler Murray there to go number four to the Oakland Raiders. I think it's a fun idea. Let me know what you guys think. Grade the mock draft pick of Kyler Murray to the Raiders. I'm talking to you, Oakland fans. A, B, C, D, or F. I am sure there's going to be some Fs. I understand that, but I do think it's at least somewhat of a possibility here, obviously. Number five, Devin White to the BUCS. I like this fit quite a bit. They lose Quan Alexander. Yeah, they signed Deion Buchanan. Whatever. Devin White's the top linebacker in the class. I think defense is the focus here. With Alexander on his way out, now he's in San Francisco, I think Devin White makes a lot of sense to Tampa Bay. This is going to be, I think, a very popular mock draft pick. Tampa, though, I'm sure is hoping that somehow Quinnen Williams falls to number five overall. Now, today's show is brought to you guys by BetDSI, the internet's number one sportsbook. Head over to chatsports.com/bet and use that promo code on your screen, Live120. If you're already out of your March Madness bracket pool, go make some real money on BetDSI betting on the games. Chatsports.com/bet, and that promo code Live120 gets you bonus money, 120% of whatever you put down. So if you still get some picks wrong, You got plenty of extra time to earn it back with BetDSI. Let's move to number 6 and the New York Football Giants. Dwayne Haskins, I think the Giants like him. The worst possible outcome here for the Giants is they take some average defensive lineman, edge rusher, and then take like Daniel Jones at number 17. But Giants fans, you've been through a lot. I'm not going to do you like that, at least not right now. I think Haskins would be a very good fit in New York to either play right away or, more likely, sit for a year behind Eli Manning. Now, should the Giants go quarterback in round 1? Give me a 1 for yes, a 0 for no. It does depend on if you believe in a quarterback. I think I'm willing to take Dwayne Haskins in that top 10 because of the value of quarterbacks. I'm not taking Daniel Jones. That's my only other option. But if Haskins is on the board, I think it makes a lot of sense for the Giants at number 6. Let's move to number 7, Jawaan Taylor. Yes, the Jags signed Cedric Ogbuehi. I'll let you guys in on a secret. He's actually terrible. He was so bad, the Bengals thought Bobby Hart was good compared to him. That's how bad he was. So, yes, Ced's in Jacksonville. That does not solidify the right tackle position. Jawaan Taylor would, though. Comes in right away. Very talented offensive lineman, very smart as well. Instant day 1 starter on the right sideline. By the way, I thought about going offensive skill position here too. Maybe DK Metcalf, maybe TJ Hawkinson, but Taylor, I think, makes some more sense. Maybe Irv Smith, the top of round 2 for Jacksonville instead. To number 8, the Detroit Lions. Now, yes, they signed Trey Flowers, but the Lions were very smart in free agency. They filled most of their top holes. Now they can pretty much go best player available. Maybe that's Hawkinson. Maybe that's Quinnen Williams. I'll give them Montez Sweat instead, who, yes, has that heart condition. Everything I've heard is that it's fine. It's not even as bad as Mo Hurst's. And after all, that popped up at the Combine, and he was still clear to participate there. He's fine. So I like the idea of Montez Sweat. And think about this little foursome in terms of on passing downs. Montez Sweat, Trey Flowers on the outside, Deshaun Hand, and now there's some combo of Damon Harrison or A'Shawn Robinson on the interior. That's a pretty good 1-2 punch. You can still work in Romeo Okwara as well. So Sweat goes off the board, number 8. I like that pick, even with the addition of Trey Flowers for the Detroit Lions. Number 9, the Buffalo Bills. A very similar situation where they took care of a lot of their needs by signing different players. I thought about DK Metcalf, thought about TJ Hawkinson, thought about Ed Oliver. But I do think Rashan Gary goes somewhere in this 6 to 15 range, somewhere in there, probably more 6 to 14 range. That's kind of the landing spots for Rashan Gary, who very, very good athlete. The production wasn't all that great at Michigan. You've heard me say that many a time, but a team will like him. And I think a spot like Buffalo, he could play 4-3 defensive end or 4-3 defensive tackle, is actually a very good fit for him. Let's go to number 10 then, Drew Lock. I still believe, regardless of the addition of Joe Flacco, that Denver is looking at quarterbacks. They're certainly exploring the option. They're bringing them in for visits. And Drew Lock fits the John Elway mold at quarterback, right? A very classic Elway type of player. Very much a risk-reward. The mechanics are not that great, namely the footwork. The arm talent's clearly there. The production improved late in the season. If he sits here behind Joe Flacco, that could maybe actually finally work out at quarterback for Denver.